Hello, good afternoon, and hello to you watching on YouTube. Hello, and thank you for watching, and welcome to an all-new Game Network Saturdays. We are live around the world, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch.tv. And I'm going to start off. With a bit of a challenge, or a bit of a message to any current and former military personnel, that means veterans of any form of military. I don't know what branch y'all serve in, what have you. You know, it's just I wanted to, but I want to I made these simulcasts on YouTube so that you don't hear the stream here. But if you want to watch the stream after I'm done making my message, then feel free. So today, of course, is Veterans Day. Military personnel who have served their country for X amount of years, who knows how long, I don't know. Today is the day to observe and celebrate their active duty membership. And I wanted to send a message. Kind of more of an inquiry, but not too much. But here's my thing. For one, I understand that a lot of you are either you're in active duty or have served, have gone through a lot. And I want you to know this. You guys do something that I could never do. Period. And I know you're like, well, yeah, you could do that. I mean, it's not that hard. Or you probably have the ability to do that. You just got to put your mind to it. But no, I know many friends who have gone through the military who have had who've gone through some of the worst parts of war and fighting for our country, and damn near losing their lives, and it leaves psychological and sociological trauma. I couldn't form the words that I was thinking of, but I know that there are a lot of people that suffer from PTSD, that suffer from the symptoms of the war, like all the images and things that they have to go through. And I could sit here and address a lot of things that are happening on the mainland that I could never see. I could never talk about and say that, I know what you're talking about, I understand what you're talking about. I don't understand what you're talking about. I want to know, but that's only if you want to tell me, And so, here's my thing. Veterans deserve way more care than they actually get. So, I understand that a lot of you you've served and you probably don't want to go through the active or go through the harrowing experiences of of what you've done. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. I'm not gonna sit there and um, so I know that I'm kind of breaking, but I'm kind of making a game here. Um, Not making it, playing it. But I understand that you go through you go through torturous situations, and I know that a lot of you don't actually go into war. I know that, and as a person who has never been on the front lines of war, I think that there needs to be oh there needs to be significantly more um, there needs to be significantly more care for y'all. I don't think there is enough. I don't, and it sucks that as people who have put your lives on the line, as people who have gone through and pushed and pushed and have gone through literally everything, who have have who have pushed through and have made every sacrifice you can think of, and have gone through and just been through the worst and most traumatic of things that people are not meant to see. I personally don't think that we as a society are treating you with as much with as much respect as you deserve. And I think that's wrong. I personally think that we need to do more. And so I send this as a call, kind of a call to arms, if you will. I think that you guys have to open your voices. Maybe I'm not the one to represent y'all, and maybe I'm not the voice that says it, but understand that there are a lot of things that I could do. I could do counseling. I could do all types of stuff, but that won't matter. Y'all need what y'all need, and y'all need and and if it's my voice that finally says something, that finally gets out to the government and says that says and it's hard. It's hard for y'all to um, it's hard for y'all to deal with the things that y'all deal with, and I think that y'all definitely need way more protection, or not more protection, more help. Y'all need more people looking out for y'all, and it it saddens me that in a country that honors its active duty personnel so much, it still does so little to help it after they come off of service, after they have gone through every form of discipline, every form of bravery, every form every form of mockery and ridicule from other countries who have dealt with all this type of stuff. And personally, for those who are watching that aren't active duty personnel, please, for the love of God, do not criticize these guys. Don't criticize them. They don't need the criticism. They don't need the people. They don't need us as civilians to say, "Oh, you're a murderer," or you're this or you're that. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve the disrespect from us as people who have never served. Again, I would want to. I personally would like to offer any help I can give y'all. I know I don't have money to provide. I know that I don't have the skills, the 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 know-how, the bravery to do anything like that. But if I have the voice, I have the platform, and I have the ability to do anything for y'all, I will do it. And the thing about it is that it's shocking to me. It is shocking to me that we put so little stock in our military after they have finished actively serving, that we see so many things happen. Now, I'm not going to point out, I'm not going to really focus on what happened in Sutherland Springs. What happened in Sutherland Springs is an outside incident. Something that sure could have been prevented, but I don't think it's the fault of the military. I think that is the fault of that one individual. And to the point of people of the NFL players protesting, I don't know, veterans. I don't know what to say to that. I see their point, but I ask you, if you believe that they are disrespecting the flag, disrespecting you guys, which I don't think they are, where can they speak? Where is their forum to speak about the injustices that are happening to them? And trust me, y'all deserve it just as well. But at some point, there has to be some sort of line where both can have their platforms to speak. Veterans deserve as much respect and care and honor as they have given us in their times of service. And maybe I'm talking to veterans who didn't actually fight on the battle lines, who didn't actually do anything. I get that. That's fine. Maybe I can be the person that talks about different stories that people aren't covering. Maybe I can talk about things that y'all want to see covered somewhere, and maybe I can be that person that points it out, that makes videos on this. Maybe I can be that voice, cause veterans, y'all deserve way more than y'all are getting. Period. Y'all deserve way more than y'all are getting. I'm so tired of seeing story after story of the VA treating our veterans, people who we hold to the highest respect and regard, like absolute garbage. Hell, we treat our criminals better than we treat our own veterans. That's a shame. You know? So, if anything, I hear you, veterans. I hear what you're saying, and I want to help. But for me to help you, you gotta let me know what I can do. If it means that I have to make more videos on on stories that need covering that you want me to just talk about, then so be it. I'll do it. If it means that I interview active duty service personnel, if it means that I talk about a story that you want me to talk about, that you want me to make apparent, maybe I can be like a military reporter for y'all that talks, that has this, I guess, outside looking in perspective that most people need. Maybe there's something that I can do. And again, I've never served in the military, so I'll never know how painful it is. I will say it to you now, and I will say it to any active duty serviceman, I respect the hell out of you. You do something that I could never ever do. And I could have made a wordy post about it. I could have just, I could have just made a Tumblr note, but I didn't think that was enough. On this Veterans Day, with the platform that I have, with the abilities that I have, I want to put them to good use. I don't want to I don't want to I don't want veterans to think that I'm just here just to spout off at the mouth and say, any sort of criticism, because I'm not. I can't criticize y'all at all. But I think that there needs to be another voice. There needs to be more than just a few voices. There needs to be a lot more voices. Veterans deserve more. Period. Veterans deserve more. I have heard from so many people who have served or are serving who get treated like absolute garbage after they finish their active duty. Like healthcare. I may bitch about my healthcare, but at least I have the opportunity to get some. I know there are active duty personnel that suffer from so much insurmountable pain, not just physically, but mentally. And I think that if the government isn't going to help us, then we as companies, as people, as people who can speed up the process that the government can't, that the government clearly isn't doing, then we need to help them out. It's it's just like a lot of things that companies are trying to do that don't need government intervention, that don't need this government oversight. Like, for example, there is no internet in Puerto Rico. Facebook and Google are sent balloons. Facebook and Google sent out balloons that just sent Wi-Fi because the government did not have the money to pay for it. Companies are sending their money, they're sending donations to other campaigns, and maybe there needs to be more campaigns to help provide better treatment for military personnel. Maybe there are companies out there, and if there are companies out there that are providing the care and resources that that none of our government personnel are doing, please tell me about it. Maybe I can help start campaigns to donate to organizations that are helping out the military. Maybe I can just like start being that person that opens up and says, "Hey, this one's for y'all." I know that a lot of people see the media, and again, I unfortunately have to include myself in that column, seeing us as the media as some sort of bad guy that always wants to treat everyone like dirt, and I don't. I want to. I'm here to point out bullshit. I want to point out bullshit so that other people can see that there's bullshit abound, and maybe if I point out that bullshit, maybe someone else can see that there's bullshit and do something about it. And the thing is, I could sit here and talk for 10 hours straight until I'm blue in the face, but unless action is done, we are still going to see problems happen. Hell, I saw a story that I cover at work talking about how veterans are not getting the care that they need, to the point that they're scrimping and saving, and that shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't be hard for veterans to find education or work or both or housing. We shouldn't have homeless veterans. That's what pisses me off. You know, if we're not providing the best care for veterans, why? Why is that the case? Why do I even have to bring that up? You know, and it burns me that we're trying to change our budget to 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 um to benefit the military. But what is the military getting out of these budgets? Are they getting the services that they deserve? Are they getting the help that they need? Are they getting the care they've probably so desperately been asking for? A lot of these veterans have gone through so much, and they don't get the care that they need, and it's sad. And so many veterans lose their lives because of the demons within their heads, because they tried everything, and unfortunately, they don't have the resources that we have. And that's a shame. It's a shame that it's a shame that I can receive care through my paycheck that a veteran will never see. That's sad. It's sad that someone in the military has to go to a hospital either numerous miles up to hundreds of miles away just for the care that they need, because that's the only place they can go to. Why are there not more VA? Why are there not more VA clinics and places for veterans who have a specific insurance? Why aren't there more places that people can actually you know more places for veterans to actually sit there and say, you know what, I you know what, we can help you here. Why is that the case? Why is it that civilians People who have never stepped foot on a military base, who have never had to wake up to a drill, who have never stood on the front lines risking their entire lives just to keep our freedoms, not getting the same, if not more respect than people who, people like me. And so a lot of people get at me, get mad that all this stuff is happening, but they aren't doing anything about it. Why are our congressmen not doing something about it? Why are we consistently arguing? Why? Why does this have to happen? You know? I know so many people that are actively serving that aren't getting the jobs that they want. Because let's face it, some of these guys may go out for it, may go out and serve for a few years, but they come back. But what are they coming back to? I worry that so many of the military veteran friends that I know will not see the light of another day because the demons within their head have taken over and have caused them to lose. Because they couldn't find the care, the medicine, the right medicine to make them help them through their recovery, help them through their daily lives. And the fact that we don't have jobs readily available, or at least within reasonable reach for these veterans who want to work, who want to go to school, who want to be educated, who come out of high school to go serve active duty, it is a shame. It is a shame, and I cannot believe that we have that. I cannot believe that we have a system that consistently treats our military worse than a freaking part-time worker who broadcasts overnight playing games. Like, seriously. I know at least 6 or 7 people actively serving or have served that get treated worse than I do, yet get paid lots more. I punch buttons, talk on a microphone, and look at a camera for a living. Some of these guys have literally had to nurse back injured personnel, or had to completely had to go out and shoot people to death, or shoot people, or had to defend themselves, or something of that nature, or risk their lives, who lose body parts because they're risking their lives to keep our lives here in the mainland free, to keep the freedoms that we need, that we want. Yet they come back home and get nothing in return. That is a shame. That is a shame that none of us should be proud of. And yet we have people here who blame the people who are serving for being murderers, for being slaughterers, for being the people that are dicks and everything like that. And you're targeting your anger to the wrong people. You are. You're targeting your anger to the wrong people. I wish that I could I wish that I could tell everyone who thinks that, oh, this guy killed this person, oh, this guy is a murderer, oh, this guy fought a war that's not worth fighting. Fine. They fought a war that's not worth fighting, but it's not their fault that they did that. They are basically doing their jobs to keep your freedoms free. But it shouldn't be you to blame them. You shouldn't be. You're pointing at the wrong target, and the fact that you're pointing at the wrong target is shameful. Instead of blaming them for something blindly, why not ask them, what did you do? And if they don't want to answer, then they don't have to answer. That is their right. Maybe they don't want to go through that trauma again. But maybe they want to tell you so you can understand what it's like. But again, servicemen, I know I seem like I'm rambling, but maybe I've made sense. And maybe I can finally get someone who deserves, who wants to speak out, who wants a forum. Maybe this channel is what finally opens those doors. And I hope that this message gets out to more people. I really hope it does. Because you guys deserve way more than you're getting. Period. You deserve way more than what you're getting. And it's sad that that's the case. It's sad that I have to say that I'm getting better care than my friends who have served or are serving. Like, I shouldn't have to say that. I really shouldn't. I shouldn't have to say that I'm getting better care as a part-time worker than someone getting paid full time to keep our country safe. So military veterans, I want to know, on this Veterans Day, for those of you who may not know, it is Veterans Day at the time of this recording. Like, I want to know, what can I do as a broadcaster, as a person who only has cameras and microphones to use to speak my opinion? What can I do to help make things right, or at least be that beacon of light, that beacon of sound that can get out to everyone? What can I do for you? Because as a person who's never served, I don't know of any of my family who has ever served. I don't know what it's like. This is me looking at y'all and asking, what do y'all want? What do you need? What do you deserve? What can we do to make your life better? When you finish serving your tours of duty, or whenever you're finished doing whatever you're doing, when you come home, what do you want? And so I issue this call to action, if you will, of what do you want me to do? Would you like me to make a show that talks about stories within the military that don't get covered by anyone else? Do you want a forum where you can talk? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Because I want to help. I do. I genuinely want to help. Because I think that y'all deserve way more time, way more way more attention than y'all are getting. And that's a shame. Like, what can I do? What is the one thing that can really help y'all? Please let me know. Please let me know what I can do to help you as military personnel, as people who are serving or have served or may serve again. What do you want me to say to talk to the people, talk to people who may not understand what you're going through or may not understand what your strife is? That's my personal mission here. Maybe I'm the person that points out the bullshit that you are going through. Maybe I'm the person that finally talks to the people that need to be talked to and say, hey, what the hell, man? Like, just tell me what I need to do. So I'm gonna put this in the messages playlist. And military personnel, I need to hear from you. I want to help. Maybe it's an interview. Maybe it's a sit-down conversation. Maybe it's a debate. Maybe it's something that you think that no one else is talking about. Just let me know in the comments below. Send me a private message. Maybe you just need an ear to listen to you. Like, that is what I can do. I'm a person on a mission to do something more than just sit here and just stand by the wayside and do nothing. 'Cause I'm tired of doing nothing. Maybe it's my own tiredness of doing nothing that's inspired me to do this, but I'm tired of doing nothing. I'm tired of holding back. I'm tired of just sitting in the sidelines, not thinking that I have the ability to do something. 'Cause I do. I'm also going to put in the description links to places for counseling, for suicide prevention, for everything that y'all deserve. As many links as I can find for y'all. This is my message to you on this Veterans Day 2017, November 11th, Saturday, November 11th, 2017. I could have written an unfiltered note on Tumblr, but I didn't think that was enough. I think me actually talking to y'all like human beings would be better. So please, let me know. Please. And I want actual active duty or actual veterans and active duty personnel to talk. Please, let me know. I want to help. With what little I have, I still want to help. You'd be amazed what I can do with very little. Anyway, for those of you watching here on Twitch TV, we're gonna actually do some stuff. But for those of you watching on YouTube on this forum, I thank you for watching. I'll put this in the messages playlist, and hopefully more military personnel join in and open up.